Right, how are we all doing today? I'm in Poland Street again, about to head off to Islington. It is about, oh my god, it's going to be about 35 degrees today. It is so hot. The heat is bouncing off this tarmac. We'll be driving through London, off to a customer who needs a full polish on their car, and they're parked outside, and it's a black Mercedes. This is going to be a hot one today. Well, let's go and see what we can see. Because London is all full of interesting things, just like people crossing two lanes like that to go down the road. We're going to go out through London. I've done a few videos like this before. Every time it's different. Hopefully the traffic's not going to be that bad. It is about 9 o'clock at the moment, so there'll be people coming into work. This is the busy time, but less busy as the shoppers aren't in their droves yet. Let's have a little look to the right, make sure no one's coming. There we go. To be honest, it is going to be hot today, but in the shade it is fine. The tarmac in a few areas is still cool. You gotta keep an eye out on the road. I'll let this guy go first. This is a complicated junction, this one. It's only 2 give way signs, but they go and I go, it's all gonna be drama. Right, down this little road again. This is a place where people forget that the rules of the road exist. Pedestrians will just walk out in front of you. The Breakfast Club, a popular chain for breakfast, always busy, always queues. Let's go, what we got up there? It's nice this time of day, especially in the morning in London, especially central London. For someone who's been to New York and in London, the roads have that kind of eerie quietness to them, that kind of weird, I think it's just the energy levels. I think people are pretty relaxed because they've just woken up and it's quite cool. It's going to be hot today, so I think people are expecting that. There is the BT Tower in the distance again. Scaffolding all around it. From what I heard before, they're turning that into a fancy restaurant. That one's got like 12 donuts. Good breakfast, good hearty breakfast, an American breakfast, that 12 donuts. The nice contrast between the shadows and the baking hot sunshine. I was in an underground car park earlier and you could feel the heat 3 floors below, and that was mainly because of the heat yesterday. We've had a whole week today of about 35 degrees, which means all the brick has warmed up and it doesn't cool down at night. So even if you're under the ground, you're baking. It's like a sweaty little Turkish sauna. Kiss the hippo. Excuse me. Right, we're 21 minutes away. Right, ready? Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, I'm driving a Honda Forza 350. Big old engine. 350 on a scooter is almost borderline impractical, because even though the engine's big, it's not built for speed. So even if, I don't think it goes over about 70 miles an hour, but if you do, you just get a face full of wind, even with this little shield up. And it's geared differently, so all the power seems to be in the first, second gear. There's enough power that you ain't doing over 80 miles an hour. It still kind of has the top speed of a 125, just bigger. It doesn't feel like 3 times the power of a 125. It just feels like a very meaty 200cc bike. I don't know where all that other power's gone. I think if it's geared, if I had overdrive on the gearbox, we could probably get about 120 out of this, but it means tucking all your elbows in, dropping your head down, and gritting your teeth. Now, it should be a lot quicker to get out of London this morning. Usually it takes about 45 minutes, but there does not seem to be much traffic. Ben's cookies! No, thank you. I'm on a diet, babes. Where do we go over there? Life-size Monopoly. I'm going to go left, and he's not looking, and right. I've got a green arrow, so that means I can go and they should stop, which is correct. Yep. Oh, there's a nice cool breeze. I am wearing a motorcycle jacket, which is making this hotter, but I do have a vest on underneath. Come on, ambulance. You're either rescuing someone or not. What is it? Go! Okay, I'm through. Right, let's go around this guy. Hopefully we can catch the green light. But there's a motorbike in my way. Right, he's going right. So he's indicated at the last minute and pulled out in front of a bus. Well, I'm going to stay here like a good boy. Right, he's just giving me a little flashy flash, so we're going to go right. Keeping an eye on there's people everywhere, or student-y type of people. Because there's the National History Museum around here, and I can't remember where it is. I think it's down there. God, that place is going to be hot today. Right, I have done this route before, so I'm going to hock a left here, and hopefully... Oh, can I go left? Oh, badge holders. I can't go that way. I'll go the next left then. This is a place where everyone just bunches up. These lights, you only get like 3 cars through, but I'm just going to undertake everybody. I'm a naughty little boy. And then we're going to go to the left. Just check my blind spot again. Right. This should take us up near King's Cross. If my... or Euston, one of those two. Alright, everyone's going left. That leaves me a nice clear road. Now, I've never been down here before. It's kind of a creepy, dishevelled Ukrainian flag there. This might be student accommodation? I don't know. Can't read that. It's the problem with riding a bike. You can't really do sightseeing when you ride it. You got to choose either I'm driving safely or I'm looking at potholes. What we got? Gordon Street. Yeah, I mean there is medical, the medical side of UCL around here. Oh look, there's Euston. Always got a nice bit of work going on. Seems to have a facelift, like, what's it, Joan Rivers. God, Euston Station is such an ugly station. It looks like your old school, you know, that kind of old window effect, if you can see it. And then you got King's Cross in its magisterium, and then you got grotty little Euston. It's massive on the inside, but it was like 38 degrees in Euston Station, like yesterday or something, and people were not happy. Had a little moan, didn't they? She's quite well put together, isn't she? Classy broad. But she's very sweaty. What's all the reason of that? People watching is fun. Right, let's see, this dingus is going to make it easy for me. You going to signal, buddy? No? You're all just going to guess what you're going to do. Oh, guy crossing the road. Which one's going to be the fastest lane? He's got his hazard lights on, so let's go this way. And hopefully then cut back left into this lane. We'll slow down a bit. Can't get in there. Could get in there. It's a bit of a tight one. Let's do it! Which leaves us this lane. Time to take. Right, he's doing right. We'll let him go. Go on in. 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 Oh, fuck you. I'm going in front of you then if you're not going in. Can I? Yes. So the customer we're going to needs a good polish. It's a stage 1 polish, but I bought some sandpaper just in case, because I know how old this car is. It's been stood for a while, so I want to do a nice old job on it. Oh god, not paying attention. But we'll worry about that when we get there. Now we are approaching King's Cross, where stuff starts looking a little bit nicer, apart from this eyesore, which is Premier Inn. Ironically, probably the nicer place to stay around here. Because everything else is a hostel, sweaty little hostel. But if you've got money, you stay at the King's Cross. King's Cross St Pancras. especially if you're classy abroad and you're coming from France, had a little champagne on the train. You can stay at the nice King's Cross Hotel. Don't know what the exact name of it is, but it looks nice. And this is always this bright pink McLaren outside, as if it's there today. That means we're going to hock the left-hand lane, to making words up. We're going to go on the left-hand lane, and I'm going to pop my little camera through, which is still working, I think. But look at these two racing. Dun 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 dun. Right. Let's have a little look. So we'll cross over to the left, and after these lights, we should be able to have a little look up that King's Cross. Is this bus moving? Yes, it is. Let's make sure this cyclist isn't going to be a dingleberry. No, now I've got the F1 tune in my head. No, I kind of want to go around this bus. Oh, he's dropping out. Good. Should we risk it? Should we follow him? Yeah. Right, I'm just kind of filtering. But I want to get in front of this bus so I can go left here. Well, not left here exactly, but I want to look up this road. Let's go around everybody, because I can. Right, up there should be the McLaren. Is he there? There it is. Look at that. Always parked there. Bright pink McLaren. Hopefully you can see that. Now we've got to go back to looking at the road again. Now there's a lot of what they say is homeless people up here, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are gangs, like they're gangs of beggars. So they arrive in a van in the morning and then do their begging, and they'll get back in a van and sod off later. So, but they're not actually breaking the law. So just be a little bit careful who you give money to around here. Not to deny charity to somebody, but not all these people are in good faith.
What?
Alright, let's skip a right. Is he coming in my lane? There you go. That's the other side of King's Cross. That's St. Pancras. So you got St. Pancras, which is like international travel and goes up to the north. And then you've got normal King's Cross. And then you've got Euston, so they're all kind of on top of each other. Oh good, no one's walked in front of me. Alright, the traffic's getting a little bit thicker, but we've just gone through the hard bit, so that's fine. Dun, 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 dun. Keeping an eye on people on the left if they walk through in between buses. If you're ever going to run over someone on a motorbike, chances are there's going to be someone walking in between buses. The Lincoln Arms. Not very welcoming. Oh. Francamanca. The pizzas. Dun, 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 dun. Now this is a nice little area around here. If you lived around here and bought your house here back in the 80s, you're rolling in it, because this was like a bit of a dodgy area around here, especially in the 1980s. Even though you're near central London, it really wasn't mapped out as it was nowadays. You had kind of sketchy parts like Hackney in here, and everywhere else was all posher. Even Notting Hill back in the 70s and 60s was considered a bit, you know, a bit rough, a bit rank. But now that's where millionaires live. Some of these houses are really nice, especially if they're not all cut up into apartments. Yeah, nice round here. What I consider nice is bright yellow brickwork and a big tree. That's nice to me. And then, oh look, a weeping willow. Oh, it's nice around here. It's weeping willows. What are these two doing? Cracking it up. Alright. Oh, the customer's just up here, so I'm going to stop recording in a minute so I don't give away the customer's location. But we've got a little while yet, so let's see. Nothing really happened today. I mean, drama happens when you have traffic. Oh, he's cut the corner off. Aren't you a hero? Drama really happens when there's lots of people, but there's not a lot of traffic here today. But it's a nice little ride through London. Village Whole Foods. I don't know why I just say that out loud. Looks nice. There isn't really a lot around here which stands out because Islington's over that way. And this is kind of more residential. There's a few nice parks around here. And you can walk along the river, like really far. I'll get into that another day. But I think you got like a, yeah, you only got like a pet, what's it called, pet shop up here on the left, I think. I've got to be careful of the speed limit as well. Because when you're sightseeing, that's a grotty pool. There's no way I'm going in a place that looks like that for swimming. I want to catch syphilis. I've driven up this road many times. I have no idea what it is. That's pretty uninteresting. Don't you stay there. Because you need 8 chicken shops. Oh, and if you're watching this, England are still in the World Cup. This is 2006 World Cup. We're playing Panama tomorrow at 10 o'clock at night.
Panama tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
If I watch this video back a year later, and I was like, oh yeah, the World Cup was on. And I, at the moment, don't know who won. We could have won it for all I care, unlikely, and I don't know. But James, if you're watching this in the future, tell me what happened and I'll put some bets on. Leave a comment, James, a year in the future, and I'll read it and put bets on now. I think that's how it works. Right, let's go right here. Right, no one's going. Check your blind spot. Make sure you're on the right side of the road. Alright, I'm going to stop recording now, but I'll see you goons another time.
Right then, how are we all doing? Today we'll be cleaning a Mercedes C250D. This car requires the full works. It's got poo on it. It's the bodywork, as you can see here. Look at that. The camera helps it. You can see spider webs. You've got watermarks on it. We're going to try and restore this paint to the best of my ability. Now the problem with today is it's about 35 degrees, which means water will be evaporating exponentially, and I'm only carrying a certain amount in my beer cooler setup with a Makita pressure washer on top. I have a plan of how to do this. Snow foam won't cut it, not this time. The bodywork is already in the heat. It's already warming up. We're gonna have to be a little bit creative today, so this video is all about cleaning a car without using detailing spray or soap. We're going to have to be very careful. Since I'm polishing this car, I can be a little bit aggressive. We'll be applying a sealant afterwards. But overall, we're going to have to be a little bit tactful. So this is my team, Milwaukee Hoover, TFR remover, traffic film remover. This is going to be the key. I say TFR remover, but it's just TFR. But that doesn't sound satisfying enough, so I call it TFR remover. We're going to go panel by panel and get rid of as much of this as possible, and hopefully claying it at the same time. I don't know, I'm going to make it up as we go along, but the key is let's get this car clean first so we can assess the paint. Nice. Right, for those who don't know, traffic film remover is just a degreasing agent which works under high performance pressure washers. All it does is dislodge and encapsulate the dirt that's in the car so it's free to be blasted off. That's all it does. Let me show you. Let's do the I kind of want to do the hot side first, but just to show you how this works, we're going to spray some on. Oh, there's a car park attendant over there. Hopefully doesn't mind me parking my bike here. So you put it on like that. You don't have to totally cover the car because the next stage is diluting it with a bit of water. Leave it for a little bit. And then agitating it just a little bit, leave it on just for a little bit longer. So what it's going to do is it's going to spread out, and just like any degreasing agent, dislodging it and removing the friction. So hopefully just like that. Now we haven't finished yet, because what I want to do is add another degreasing agent, which is detailing spray. Add that to the mix before it dries smooth quickly. Why? Because I'm about to use a microfiber towel to basically mop up the dirt, and I want to reduce the friction. Remember, this is glass, so we're fine. So I'm just going to move this across here, switch it over. Look at that, it's quite a lot of dirt, but of course I don't want to be pressing into the paintwork. Keep this nice and light as possible. Glass is more forgiving than paint, but it's still, you can still leave some marks, but we're trying to be as delicate as possible. Let's jump over this. Look, back in the heat, so we'll do the heated section afterwards. Let's just hoover up some of this. Now the car isn't perfectly clean, but it's a good start. All right, there you go. So well, let's just quickly do this bit. All right, there you go. So that's without using soap. You can use TFR remover to clean a car. It will leave white residue. I recommend going over it again with detailing spray, but this is quite an aggressive way to clean a car. The reason I'm doing it is because 1, I'm in the heat. 2, I'm polishing it afterwards, but that isn't too bad considering what it looked like. Let's do a hot panel. Now I can't feel how hot it is. I reckon it's about 28 degrees. So we're kind of okay. I got here nice and early. Let's do another panel. Oop. Now I had to be conscientious with how much water I've got, because if you're polishing a car, I have to do a final clean right at the end, so I want to save some water for that. Right, let's do this whole side. And the light spray doesn't have to be soaking the car, because this is concentrate. Concentrate plus heat, which means the strength will increase because it's working with the heat of the car. Right, that'll do. Work quickly. Cool the bodywork down. You see the mistake I made? I shouldn't have started on the roof. There you go. Let's leave that just a bit. Now that Makita pressure washer, oh, that's fancy. Excuse me, lovely. Close your legs. Right. Now we'll angle it down. There you go. This uses a lot of water, especially with the Makita. This is the strongest pressure washer you can get. Takes 2 batteries. And it goes through water very quickly. So we have to be a bit cautious how much we use. Let's go back. Add a bit of detailing spray again, because it lubricates with polysynthetic waxes and helps alleviate the friction of the car. Find a nice clean panel of your microfiber towel. Make sure it's not dirty. And we just go flip it around to the other side. We go along again. And now I can feel the heat. This video should be titled Cleaning and Polishing a Car in 35-degree heat. Pretty impractical. As a mobile car valeter, you don't have the luxury of working in a studio and having lights above your head. It's all about utilizing the elements and working with your surroundings. Right, this is now depleted. Let's get another one. Now I have noticed there are a lot of nasty boys hiding in here. I mean, I'm pretty sure half of this is spider legs. I just try not to think about it. Rank. Oh, look at this, nice. Oops. Rank. Okay. Should we blast it all out? Careful. I kind of want to get a puppet. You could blast it out, but that means stuff's going to go inside the boot. Let's use our old microfiber towel. These come in handy once you've used it on the paintwork. Use it for guttering and your wheels. Ugh. Now I'm going to give this a wash before I go, but I want to get rid of all the gank out of it because I don't want it spraying across the road when I clean the car. Right, let's give it a... Every valeter has his brush. A bit of soapy soap on there. Get right in there. Bit dry, could use a bit more water. I think the pressure washer should do most of the job. Right, turn it down a bit so we don't redecorate the other person's car. Right, back to my microfiber towel. Now I am working at the side of the road. TFR is pretty good for wheels as well. It's not like wheel cleaner. It doesn't get it all because TFR isn't as aggressive as wheel cleaner, but you can get rid of the first layer and it softens up the dirt, but you still have to revisit it with shampoo. Right, new microfiber towel. There we are. Let's get rid of some of this water. Now I left my detailing spray over here. Very clever. So far so good. The heat hasn't been too much of a pain in the ass, but I know when I polish this car, that's going to make a big impact. Remember, this is going to be a stage 1 polish, but I might go a little bit deeper if there are scratches, big scratches on the bodywork of the bonnet. So this might be a stage 1, stage 2 polish because I have brought my sandpaper. Kobe. Look at this. So let's have a look. We've got missing paint. Is that transfer paint? Hopefully that's transfer of paint. It looks like it's gone all the way through. Can't do much about that. But this needs a wash. Ow! And that's hot. Now hopefully my pressure washer can reach this far. No, tell you what, let's be professional. Let's take it off. Right, almost immediately. Down there, down there, down there, down there. Quick, switch it up. Cloud. Leave that to cook. Now I'm going to blast it this way so I'm not coating the road with TFR remover. Right, let's angle it that way. Use less water if you do it all in one go. Last bit. Nice. Done this bit. The wheels will be the last bit. And then we're going to decontaminate the bodywork, ready for a polish. Otherwise, it'll look funny. But I hope this helped if you're trying to work out how to clean a car in 35 degrees. Now, the only issue with using traffic film remover is it's a bit abrasive. Some of it's caustic. You have caustic and non-caustic TFR remover. And indirect sunlight, that's going to dramatically increase its potency. You can just eviscerate any waxes or sealants you've got on the car. So just bear that in mind. If you're going to use TFR, it's handy if you're going to reseal the car afterwards with a wax or a ceramic coating. You can use non-caustic stuff. It's not as strong, so that is an option. That will pretty much be okay for any sealant you got in your car. But the non-caustic stuff, the stuff that's slightly aggressive, used for things like taxis and trucks, they spray it on the trucks, then blast it off with pressure washers. They don't really care too much about the paintwork. It's just about getting those undersides clean. But for an option to clean your vehicle without using soap, which is going to just evaporate immediately, this is an option of how to do it. But another thing as well, like it's not as thorough as soap, considering I'm not using a brush on the paintwork. I'm not going into all the little areas like here. I'll have to open up the bonnet, so you will end up doing more work. Oh no, look at that. Someone's been trying to get rid of the mark. That little mark. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Any parts we missed? See, there's some residue here. It doesn't matter too much since I'll be cleaning the car again. Polisher. We can do a few testing. Oh, it stinks in there. We can do a few testing areas to see if how much we need to cut. There's my clay bar, but let's go for this small quarter here. Pat it on so you don't flick it around. Bang, 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 bang. Lowest possible speed, and then we're just going to spread it. Right, spread's complete. Might need a bit more of this. It's quite hot. Now you won't be able to hear me, but we're going to go full speed, a few passes, and see what we got. That's about one pass, and that is hot. But of course, I've got my microfiber towel. Back we go. Now I do have heavy cut, which is 1,000, which does polish out. I kind of don't want to use that because that means I'm going to have to use 2 passes, or at least 3, and that's going to weigh into my time and my batteries. Let's see how much we took off. Now I don't expect it to be perfect, but I wouldn't mind it to be relatively about 80% gone. I mean, my company says we can get rid of up to 80% of scratches at the side of the road. Right. Now there's some hologramming, that's fine, I'll deal with that later. But to be honest, that stupid shadow wasn't in the way. Let's have a look here. Hey, you know what? That's actually quite good. I can see some scratches still there. What's this shit? There was that emulsion. Someone splattered emulsion across the front of this paint. Bit of rust there. What we got? That isn't too bad at all. No, I want to get rid of this later, because that's really annoying me. We'll have to use a bit of sandpaper for that, but we'll do that right at the end. Let's see what else we can find. Right. If you have a black finishing pad with you, there's one here. This is a black finishing pad, the most important pad of all. This gets rid of holograms. If you want to do this all in one go, what you can do is you can use the already used polish, already on the car, for your finishing. Hey, look at that. Right, let's see if I've actually done anything. Right. Oh, there's wax left behind. It's always fun. Okay. Ooh, that looks quite good. You can see we've got rid of quite a lot of them. There are, I mean, I don't know whether the camera's helping here, but I'll try and find a different angle. Not gonna lie, that's quite good. No holograms either, because I use the finishing pad. If you move your head from side to side, you can see holograms. Some of them, I can touch those up, but to reduce it, that could be wax actually. Right, let's see which one worked better. There's a scratch here. I'll have to get rid of that with sandpaper. This hasn't been finished, so there are more holograms on this side. I can't always see holograms, but I just presume they're there. What's this shit now? Okay. A few things you can see. Emulsion, emulsion, emulsion. Someone's been doing some building work. Flicked a paintbrush. That'll have to be a garage job. But as if I can make the bodywork really pop, you're not going to notice that. Okay, well I think I'm going to use the slightly more aggressive wool pad. That is quite smart. I say I've got about 70% of them in that. Let's go again. What do I do? Let's get the right one in first. Look at that. Hey, hey. Whew. See the difference between that and that. It's almost like a totally different car. Let's do, can you see what I mean by that? This panel, this panel, this panel, this panel. Let's sort this out. Around the contours of the bodywork. Then how's that for a finish? Goodness me, it is now 35 degrees. That was quite a challenge. 35 degree, washing a car and polishing it in the heat without using soap and a whole amount of water. Check out some of that bodywork. The key is, well, this was a clean without using shampoos or things like your usual snow foam. This had to be done with TFR. So you TFR the car, you wash it, you polish it, you TFR again to remove all the soap and suds and polishing residue, and then you detail spray it off, followed by a sealant. It's a complicated mix of way of doing it, but it's probably the only way you can do it if you're using a mobile pressure washer and under 30 litres of water. I've still got half the water there. I think I used about 20 litres, maybe 15 litres of water to do that. And a lovely finish on the paint as well. For a stage 1 polish, I'm pretty happy with that. Great shine. All right, I'll see you guys later.